After our living room home addition was framed, it was time to begin the interior and exterior finishes. Next up was the installation of insulation, drywall, painting, then installing hardwood floors and the baseboards. We are finally sharing on the inside of our new living room. Work on the home addition finally picked up steam and we were full speed ahead with our contractors. Their scope was just the home addition, so finishing out the kitchen will be all us. But this was a major project and way outside of our skill set, so we were happy to leave this to the professionals. The crew moved quickly to finish out the exterior of the room. This was early spring, so it was already getting warm. We didn't want our air conditioner working overtime, so insulation and such had to be installed quickly. We went with hardy plank siding since it was designed to withstand water and humidity. We went with a white paint on the exterior for a simple, clean look. We had to keep plastic sheeting up for several weeks to keep the dust and debris out of the rest of the house. It's kind of a pain living in a construction zone, but this is very important when they started installing the insulation. We did have our next hiccup at this step in the project. The contractors put in the wrong insulation, so it didn't pass inspection. They had to remove all of it and start over. It was 100% their fault, as they should have double-checked the plans and make sure they had the correct R value. But I felt I should have been checking as well to keep the project on schedule. Not my job, but if you take on a project like this in your home, you may also feel compelled to micromanage like this. When you reach the drywall step, make sure you're prepared for lots of sanding. Your home will get super dusty, even with that plastic sheeting in place. You want to keep kids and your pets away from the area and always wear a mask when you're going in there to check out the work. Once the drywall was perfectly sanded and all the dust cleaned up, it was time to paint. Now, I love color, but without having the kitchen finished out and with no furniture in the room, I really had no idea what color to paint the walls. So instead, we just went with a bright, clean white. This will be a perfect blank slate for us once we start to decorate. The flooring turned out to be one of the most annoying parts of this entire project. Because our contractor's mistake, we had to not only finish the flooring in the new addition, but also in 2 other spaces. I shared about this snafu in the foundation video, and I've tagged it in case you missed that. So we also had to remove part of our kitchen flooring and replace it. We had to sand down and refinish all the flooring in the old living room as well. This ended up costing a lot more than we planned. We then had to leave the house for 4 days while this work was being done. Between the dust and the noise, we couldn't be here during the day. We also couldn't sleep here with the smell of stain and polyurethane. So if you don't have friends or family to stay with, this could be an additional cost you have to consider if you undertake a project like this. The total cost for the flooring was just under $800. We were able to have it installed directly on the slab using a special glue. I've linked that for you in my post. Now, this shit is expensive and we had to buy extra to get the job finished. We spent $600 just in glue, but we didn't have to do an underlayment, so this saved us, but dang. At this point, we also realized the foundation movement that we'd noticed the last few years and kind of ignored. We really had to address that now. You can see where the original part of the kitchen meets the new addition and one side is higher than the other. This meant we had to halt the entire project and address those foundation issues before we could move on to finishing out in the kitchen. There was no point in, leveling cabinets, installing countertops if that foundation was just going to end up moving and crack things. The total cost for our foundation repair was $11,000. This was another expense we did not plan on, so it proved to be kind of annoying. Once the floors were finished, the baseboards installed, and everything deep cleaned, we were able to move furniture in. I can't believe how much bigger this living room is. We have so many more projects to go along with this home addition, but the actual room is done. So from here on, the majority of the projects will be DIYs. I'm so excited to share them with you as we move along with making this house a place we love and not just the place we have to live. Be sure to hit the subscribe button because we have a ton more projects coming your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.